Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm going to do a Victober TBR. So, October is going to be kind of weird. There's a lot of readathons going on, and this is just one of the first ones that popped up that actually gave out the challenges already. I'm probably going to put up a couple more in the next couple days of some of the more spooky, or I think there's a spooky spookathon and a spooky readathon, and I think there's another autumn one, I think, on somebody else's channel. I mean, I think there's a lot, and they're all in the same time period later in the month. So I'm going to put up a TBR for Victober because Victober is about Victorian literature, and I have listed down below the 4 hosts and their announcement videos, and that is Ange from Beyond the Pages, Katie from Books and Things, Kate Howe, and Lucy the Reader. And all their announcement videos are down there, and they have a lot of good recommendations. And I went through and watched them all, and then got some books I admit for this. I don't think I'm going to read all the stuff that you'll probably see in my book haul, but I did have a couple of choices. So I don't know, so I'm going to pull up the 5 that I think I'd like to get to. I'm not going to say I'm going to get to these. This is not one I think I'm going to like fulfill all the challenges. I'm just going to have fun with this and at least read a couple of these books to get some literature, you know, some classics back into my reading. And because I have a lot of stuff that I should be reading that's on my shelf, but these are all new ones, and I thought I'd better try them. And also I picked some stuff that was from authors that I just bought books from, but they're huge. And so I bought some smaller books for readathon wise, but they're by the same authors to try them out. So, but I only have one big one, so everything else is really small. So maybe I can get it all done. I don't know. You know, I'm being ambitious like I always am. I always like to think I'm going to read all this stuff, and I don't know how much I'm really going to get read because I'm going to start writing this next month on something new, and I have to do 500 words a day, so that's going to take a chunk of my day out to write. And again, I'm doing that to get ready for NaNoWriMo, which will start on November 1st, and then I'll have to get over 1,667 words a day. So I'm going to do my 500 words a day to kind of get myself into it. So anyway, that's kind of here nor there. So the point is that I don't know how much of this is I'm going to read, and with all the other things that I have going on, other book clubs, other Goodreads book clubs, and other readathons that are going on, I'm going to be all across the board. So we're going to kind of see what happens. So these are just the ones I think I'm going to read for these challenges. So maybe I'll get some of them done. I don't know. So the first challenge is to read a Victorian book by an Irish, Scottish, or Welsh author. And I don't know many of these, because that is kind of interesting, because we don't hear a lot about those distinctions when you think of a Victorian author. So I think it was great. This is a great challenge. So I picked one that Katie from Books and Things put on hers, and it's The Rector by Margaret Oliphant. And she's I believe, what did I say? She's Scottish. So all I know is it's like a small town. It's like I think it's a novella, so it's not very long, but it's the first in a series of the Carlingford, I think that's what it is, Carlingford series. So I just got the first one. It was free on Kindle, so I can't show it because my Kindle just decided it doesn't want to work right now. So I don't know if the internet or what, but I just didn't want to upload. So anyway, so it's not really long, but I figure, hey, that's a new author. I've never heard of Margaret Oliphant. I mean, that's totally new to me, and it's not very long, so I figure that'll at least get me into her and see if I like some of her stuff. So the second challenge is read a Victorian book that was recommended to you. I picked one that I saw on several of their channels, I believe, and I've seen it when everybody talks about classics. And I've never read Anne Bronte, so I got Agnes Gray. I do have The Tenant of Wellfield Hall on my shelf, but it was kind of a big book. So I picked up Agnes Gray because it was a little shorter, and I heard it was pretty good too. So I'm going to attempt this one first. As I said, it's been recommended on several of these channels, and I know for sure Ange mentioned this one. So that's what I'm going to do. So all I know about this is that she's I think she's doing she's like a governess or something. I think it's something like that, and she's somewhere where people don't really want her to be, or they don't treat her very well. So I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a classic. I want to try it. So number 3 is read a supernatural Victorian novel, or Victorian book. I can't talk today. I want to read The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. I picked this up a couple months ago. I love this cover. I don't really go for covers that say that, but I like this one. I don't know. I like it. Anyway, so I've been wanting to read this for the last couple months. I just haven't had time. And I kind of told myself, I'm going to read this in October because it's supposed to be kind of a supernatural ghost story. So, and it has to do with a teacher who sees a woman in white on the road, and it has something to do with he's trying to save his pupil, Laura, from something or other. So I'm not sure. I don't know enough about this. I've just heard about this book. So it's one of those ones, and I've never read this author, Wilkie Collins, so this will be the first one for that as well. So I'm hoping to get to that one. That's kind of big, but it looks like it'll be fun. Number 4 is to read a lesser known Victorian book. So they're trying to say, like, on Goodreads it has only has 12,000 or less reviews on it. So I've been wanting to try Elizabeth Gaskell, and so I thought, well, I went through the books that I have gotten and the ones that I want to read, and this is the only one that had really low ratings. This had only 1,500. So that was the Gothic Tales by Elizabeth Gaskell. And I know that these are not like her novels. They say these are very different, but they're short stories. And I thought, well, they're little ghost stories, so because they're Gothic, and so I thought that would be kind of good. I don't read a lot of short stories. I am trying to get myself to read more, and I thought, well, maybe this is the way to go, and if they have some kind of spooky Gothic elements to it, I might like it. So that's all I know about that, but it had low reviews, or it had a low number of reviews on Goodreads, so that was the only one I could come up with. And then number 5 is to read a Victorian book by a female author. Again, I have a couple of them here. I mean, really, there's only one that's a guy, so that's pretty cool for me. But I picked up, just in case I have time to read it, I would like to read Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell. This edition also had Cousin Philip, or Phyllis, which I don't know anything about that one. I've heard about Cranford being her first novel, or first, it was a serial novel in a Dickens publication, I believe. So I'm kind of curious about that one. I don't know enough about it, because again, I hear all this stuff about Elizabeth Gaskell on the channels, especially Katie from Books and Things really talks about her a lot. So I really want to read some stuff. So again, I got the Gothic Tales, and I got Cransford. I actually have a couple other of her books, but they're all bigger, so I thought, I'd pick the smaller book first. I don't know. We'll see. So that's all the books that I would like to read for October. I don't really think I'm going to hit everything. If I could get some of those, that would be really great. I would really, really enjoy that. So, and again, as I said, they're all authors I've not read before, so this will be a cool discovery as well. So anyway, are you guys doing Victober? What are you reading? Hey, let me know if you have TBRs out, and hopefully we'll all have fun reading Victorian literature. I'll see you guys later. Bye.